Get at this. So Elon Musk trashes Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, says she's more deadly than the Death Star. Again, I'm not one of these people that bows at the altar of Elon Musk. He's a funny dude. He knows how to meme. I don't particularly care about the chap at all, but he's quite funny. He knows how to meme, and I like it when high-profile people rip the absolute love and piss out of Star Wars and Lucasfilm and stuff. So Elon Musk did not hold back as he trashed Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy in the wake of the most recent Star Wars show, The Acolyte, airing on Disney+. So Musk responded to a Star Wars meme that labeled the Death Star as a planet killer, Star Killer Base as a system killer, the First Order Siege Dreadnought, Mandata 4 as fleet killer, and finally a photo of Kathleen Kennedy as franchise killer.
Yeah, so, I saw this going around.
True story.
Yep.
She's more deadly than the Death Star.
More deadly than Star Killer Base.
Yeah. And I mean that is a lot of it, to be fair. That is pretty much the brunt of it all. That is the story. That is it. But this is the feud which you have with Elon Musk and Disney, which has gone on now for quite some time, quite frankly. It's just heavily comical. And it is true. I mean, if you want to get into the nitty-gritty of franchise killer, I mean, what does Lucasfilm have now? They got nothing. They got nothing.
Indiana Jones is dead. Star Wars is dead. Willow's dead.
Indiana Jones, like there's no IP that they've got. There's nothing. What have they got? Nothing. No new IPs being made. They got nothing. Bugger all. How? How is this woman still got a job? How?
I have no clue. Isn't her Tom Culture? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Doesn't her contract like officially end this October?
Technically, yes, but we saw what happened last time, and I am still not sure how the contract was written up. I don't even know if they can fire her per se, like without any real good cause. Like, I mean, I think she has it to where she can basically stay CEO of Lucasfilm until she decides to step down, unless there's some sort of, specific things like, she breaks the law or something like that. You know what I mean? Like something that would be in a morality clause, basically. But I mean, her tanking this franchise in the name of woke. We just saw what that guy said in the video. Yep. Bob Iger's all in on this stuff. So to answer everybody's questions, like I've been trying to tell people for a while too, is she doesn't have to have any evidence or videos or dirt on anybody. She's got Bob Iger on her side no matter what. And they're on the same page as far as this pushing of the DEI crap, right? Like, so in that respect, they're two peas in a pod. The other side of it is just that she's Kathleen Kennedy, and she can screw up a lot before people finally call her out to her face. Now, it's starting to happen in the media here and there, but how long has it taken now? Right? I mean, we've been calling her out for years. It took basically until South Park and a few other places finally said, hey, she's the problem, or at least a big part of the problem.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, anyway.
She's a big part of the problem. Iger's a big part of the problem. Dave Filoni's a big part of the problem.
My point is, I think she's going to get renewed again.
I would not be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. KK Anon will tell you that she's already gone, though, Tom. She has no power. She's no longer there. And
that's not what I keep hearing. That's the thing. And even Verbal Riot said the same. And the weird is how he worded it, because it was the same wording that I was told. And that was that Lucasfilm is on its own island in Disney.
Yeah.
They're like untouchable.
Yeah.
And I think you have said similar things, Nick.
Yep.
And that's where we keep hearing, Marvel is licking their wounds right now. They know they got to get past these other movies so they can try and reconfigure things and get the ship back in order, but not Disney and not Lucasfilm. No, they're on their own island. They're doing what they want. I don't think Kathy's going anywhere. If anything, they're setting up Leslie Headland and Dave Filoni to possibly take the fall for the Acolyte's failure, and that's the best that you can hope for at this point. But I don't even think Filoni's going anywhere.
No. And the thing is, how they were all pointing to, oh, Kathy's gone. She's got her house up for sale. Remember that time?
So?
Yeah. So
who's to say she's not buying a bigger one?
Yeah. So here's the inside thing. They were moving a lot of people there at Disney and a lot of the executives to Orlando, and they paid to move these families and these people to the Orlando offices there. And then once they were there and got all settled in, and a lot of these people were moved, this whole DeSantis thing happened, and they decided not to do it. And then now they're moving everybody, and it already might be done, but
I don't think those things are related. But
California.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I don't think those two things are related. I just think, like, think about it for a minute. Kathy has been probably making even more money in the last 5-10 years than she made in all the years she produced for Spielberg, and that made her a lot of money. Yep. Her husband, I mean, he's getting to the point where he wants to retire. You can kind of tell he doesn't really do much anymore. All of his friends are dying. Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they're selling their house, they're either buying a bigger house or they're just going somewhere else. They got like 12 houses.
Yeah. And for all we know, maybe they're like, we don't really need anything this big. You know, let's get something nice and downsized. You know, people actually do that.
Well, and that's what I was hinting at with Frank, right? Because I mean, he was good friends with like Jimmy Buffett and a few of those guys. You know, Jimmy just died, and some other stuff. So I have a feeling he's going to get to the point where he's just going to want to retire. And I think Indiana Jones was the first movie he had produced in a while that I even remember hearing about.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how you got on that project.
Well, that's just legacy, right? Like, yeah.
I hate Kathleen Kennedy. She's such a douche. I think this is like, I mean, it's a case study in how to destroy franchises, really, isn't it? Just sell them to Disney. That's it. Do you want to destroy a franchise? Sell it to Disney. Yep. You know, they'll do it.
Well, the sad part is the only person we can blame for Kathy is George.
Yeah, not wrong. It's one of those things where George was probably like, "Oh, this looks good on paper," and then it happens, and turns out to not really be a good idea. But at some point in time, you have to realize, hey, maybe this wasn't really the right choice, and you make a move. It doesn't make sense why they're keep allowing her to basically lose them money. I mean, I can't figure or think of anything that is making Disney money that's coming out of Lucasfilm. Nothing. No. I mean, they are spending hundreds of millions of dollars just on salaries and stuff, you know, on top of you know, all the projects and stuff. What are they getting in return? What is Disney getting in return as far as profit for paying all these people money, spending all this money on these projects? I can't think of anything.
Maybe toys, but even then, not really.
No, yeah, the merchandise for all this stuff is in the toilet. I mean the Acolyte stuff, it's literally on pre-order. It's on pre-order. You can't even go get Acolyte stuff in the stores. You have to go pre-order it, and then it's not even going to ship till October, because the people at Hasbro knew this has already got a lot of bad press behind it. And we are not spending a bunch of money making a bunch of toys that nobody's going to buy and lose any more money. We are struggling bad enough as it is. So they did the smart thing of doing, hey, we're going to offer these up for pre-order. If enough are pre-ordered, we'll know exactly how many to make, which is probably less than 100 figures per character for the probably less than 100 people that actually give a shit about this show. And then they'll ship out in October.
We got this honestly is such a joke. We got a super chat here from Olaf for $1. Here's $1 for the car. Thanks, Olaf. Amjad $6.34 says always entertaining. Cheers. Well, thank you. And appreciate everyone sending that via Streamlabs as well. Cut YouTube out of the equation, guys.